census, the demographic and socio information as per the census. We know the new census is yet to come, but we will incorporate that once that is released. So 2011 census data is there. Second is the economic activity at a district level, measured through RBI's data. Which district has more of agriculture? Which district has uh, services more? So all of that available as an index of economic activity. uh, FDI activity, FDI investments happening in districts, vehicles getting registered at the district level. So lots of district level data to be able to understand this, and all the services, including district metrics and others, are driven geospatially. So all the information is captured and made available through maps for easy comprehension of the information. So data can be taken for research purposes into spreadsheets through Excel export, as well as students can consume the information through the maps for their assignments, projects, and other work that they want to do. So that's district metrics. Second is GeoCred. GeoCred, as the name suggests, geography, CRE, credit, and DE for deposit. GeoCred is a database on the banking sector. It contains data on the credit and deposit markets in India. The source of that data is Reserve Bank of India. All the RBI data at a granular level, at the district level, deposits and credit that is dispersed, deposits by type of deposit, saving, current, term, and credit by type of occupation, whether it's personal loans, within that vehicle loans, credit card, or it is industry, metals, gems and jewelry, full details available. Time series available for over 10 years of this data, along with things like which districts are, as per Niti Aayog, classified as aspirational districts, so that one can look at comparing credit that is flowing to aspirational districts and other districts. Also understand data with respect to uh, your financial inclusion. So how many branches are there? As the data lens is by type of banks, category of banks, public sector, private sector, payment banks. All of that is available through the GeoCred product. Third is Roads India. So it's a very unique service on the national highways and the government of India's efforts to push PPP, public-private participation in building the road assets, the national highways that are visually we see now great improvement. It tracks all those projects. It gives you the toll collections as well as the type of traffic that is plying on these roads, the number of vehicles, as well as now these assets are the road assets are being monetized. They are made available to concessionaires over a 15-year, 20-year period to manage these assets. And all these NH stretches roads are geo-visually available in the service, along with this entire data set of the life cycle of the projects in development, the traffic, the
இப்போ
toll,
ஏதாவது பேசணும்னா
and
மட்டும்
if there
நாய்ஸ்
is any
கேன்சலேஷனை தாண்டி அவன்
private
வாய்ஸ் எனக்கு
party
கேட்குது.
concessionaire that is managing
அங்கே
this
பேசுறது எனக்கு நாய்ஸ் கேன்சலேஷனை
asset
தாண்டி
for
கேட்குது.
NHAI after being auctioned,
ஆ
entire information with respect to
புரியல.
the infrastructure story and the infrastructure financing of the roads, the highways in the country is available in this. So these are the three data sets, and Deepak will quickly walk you through these data sets. They're subscribed by a lot of diverse users, including academic, learning. In fact, happy to share that there are two very interesting research papers written using Roads India. One written by a professor in IIT Madras, and another written by a professor in IIT Madras, as well as a professor in Kennedy Harvard School in the Harvard University. So our data sets are now being used in research purposes also. Lots of articles, anyhow, not research papers, but articles also written using GeoCred services. So happy to have IIM Lucknow also as one of our users of the services. As a matter of fact, we as promoters of the company are from CMIE. We have worked earlier in CMIE, and we understand the data requirements and have been part of this industry for over 2 decades. So, Deepak, please, can you just walk them through the databases?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, good evening, all. So, thank you for being the part of the training. So, now getting on to the product. So, as Rohit sir mentioned, we have three services. One is district metrics, geocrate, and Growth India. So, first of all, we are going on the district metrics. So, what district metrics has? As Rohit sir mentioned, we have the demographics data, the estimated household and the household purchasing power informations are there, and indices of economic activities, vehicle registration, and the foreign direct investment data. All these are the
Deepak, there is
data
some
sets that
back.
are there.
Sorry to interrupt you, Deepak. There's some background noise coming, so please.
Oh, sorry, sir. Is that fine now?
Yes, yes, it is fine now. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So getting onto the product now. So here the after getting on logging in, you will be able to land in this dashboard page. So I'll come to this dashboard page at the last. So as I mentioned, we have the demographics data. So from here you can get into the census information. So once getting onto the census information here to the left that has the menu, you will be having this query screen. So here in this query screen, you will be able to query based on the year, and also you can select the state that you want. So here, the year, as we all know, the population data is directly from 2011. We can get on to March 2011, and whatever the state that you want, you can select from the state's master. So I'm just selecting a random one first Maharashtra. So once after selecting the state, you will be able to see the different parameters, which explains the total population, or you can filter based on the population by age group, the literates, literacy rate, child gender ratio, family size, the number of households. All those are the different parameters that is there under the census tab. So you can understand the population data in different aspects also in all these different parameters that is being selected. So this is about the census information. And we have the estimated population also. To the left, you have this estimated population data. Just checking that it will give you the year on year estimations right from 2011. You will get annual estimations. So from 2011, all these are the different years that is being there. And whatever the year that you want and the state that you select, you can get the population information based on that particular year also. So this is about the demographics data. So now coming to the purchasing power. So this purchasing power is on three different modes. That is annual data, growth rate, and the time series information. So in whatever the way that you want, you can easily filter out the projects and export based on that. So here in this annual data, this will be the query screen. So the query screen remains the same. The module remains the same. So you can select the year that you want. So I'm just selecting 2024, the March 2024 here. And here in the state, I'm selecting Karnataka, and once after selecting the state, you'll be able to get the other parameters. So you can get the purchasing power based on number of households, the purchasing power itself, and per household purchasing power. So in the parameter that you select, you can get that. And each parameter will have the population group that is there. So if you want it with total, you can go with total. If you want it with urban or rural, whatever the group that you want, you can easily select and get onto that. So I'm just going with total population group, and I'm not giving any condition. So this condition will give you the minimum and the maximum value for that particular selected parameter. So this min max values will be there, and based on these values, you can give the condition over there. But here I'm not giving any condition. I'm just giving a random query on purchasing power with total population group that is there. So once after doing the query, you will be able to see the purchasing power spread across the state Karnataka, and based on their percentile distribution, the heat map granulation are also given over there, and the gradation wise ranking is also mentioned here in the bottom left legends bar that is being there. So you can easily understand. And upon hovering over each and every district that is there, you can get the value of that particular district also. You can hover over and get for all the district that is being selected, and upon toggling any selected district, you can get the information based on the households, based on the purchasing power, and per household purchasing power. So all those three parameters that were there will be there with their values and the units that is being present for that particular selected district that is there. And if you want to see the data for the entire Karnataka, you can easily switch on here to this grid view. So once after switching on, you can get the tabulated values for all the district that is there in the state of Karnataka. So in total there are 31 districts that is there, and all their number of household purchasing power and the per household purchasing power data. will be available here in the grid view. And if you want to see them in the map, you can easily toggle here to this graph, and you get the graphical visualization also, and you can get many analysis using this particular chart presentation that is there. So coming back to the map here, there is also another option to tag what are all the aspirational districts that is there. So according to Niti Aayog, there are 112 districts that is being selected as aspirational districts, and those are being tagged here. Just you can see that on the top left. Just selecting that, you can get the purple boundary line for the district that is being there in the aspirational district list. So Yadgir and Raichur in the state of Karnataka are the two aspirational districts that is there. And if you want to show the RTO, you can just select the show RTO. You can get the information about the RTOs also. So the whatever category that you select, the RTO category that you select, you can overlay the RTO data here in the purchasing power data, and you can get the district's purchasing power along with the RTO category of number of vehicle registration that is being happened in that particular district or in that particular RTO that is being there. Hovering over each and every RTO points, all the plotted points are the RTO locations, and upon hovering over, you can get the RTO name, district, and the state of the selected RTO that is there. So this is about the purchasing power and overlaying of RTO in the purchasing power. Same way, you can also filter based on the growth rate, and also you can get the time series data. So if you want to get the dump, you can use the time series data also. So whatever the timeline that you select, you get that from the time series data. So this is about purchasing power. So now coming to the next, that is the index of economic activity. So this index of economic activity, again the query screen results in the same way. So whatever the year that you want, you can select. So I'm going with March 2024, and here in the state, I'm going with Maharashtra. And these are the different types of occupation that RBI releases. Like there is agriculture, mining and quarrying, manufacturing and processing, electricity, construction, transport operators. All these are the list of occupations that is there. So whatever the occupation that you select, you can get the values based on that occupation also. So here I'm just going with manufacturing and processing, and I'm not giving any condition over there. I'm giving a search here. So you can see the index of economic activity here in the state of Maharashtra that is there, and you can also toggle the aspirational district that is there. And upon hovering over, you can get the occupation that is there, the value of the occupation that is prevalent over there in that particular district. So you can also toggle here to this grid view to get the manufacturing and processing values over there. So this particular occupation has this value. So you can also switch between the other occupation types also. Like if you want to go with the electricity or gas, so whatever the way that you want, you can easily toggle and you can get the information based on that values. And you have this select additional data outputs here in the grid view. So here having manufacturing and processing here, if you want to understand and compare with other occupation type, you can easily toggle. If you want to see with construction, housing loans, wholesale trade, retail loan, whatever the occupation that you select, you get the values penetrated here, and you get the table value of that, and you can easily export this table into Excel. So each and every grid view will have this export option, which is that Excel button logo that is there. You can just select that, it will get downloaded into the spreadsheet view, and you can use that for your research or the analysis purpose. Likewise, the other occupation group, other index of economic activity informations can also be accessed and taken care. So this is about the index of economic activity. Same way, it is available in the yearly basis only. And now coming to the vehicle registration data. As I mentioned in the purchasing power, this vehicle registration data is also in the three-factor group, which is the annual data, growth rate, and the time series data. So here for a change, I'm going with growth rate. So I want to see the growth between two different years. So I can lamp up which time period that I want. So I'm going with March 2022 to March 2024, and I want to see for the state of Gujarat. And here in the category, you'll have all the different vehicle type category that is there. So if you want to go with goods carrier, motor vehicles, other vehicles, passenger vehicles, three wheelers. So these are the different types of vehicle that is there. So I'm going with all. And here in the subcategory, you can get the heavy goods, light goods, medium goods, LMV, HMV. All these are the different types of category that is there. So I'm going with light goods vehicle, and here in the condition I'm not giving any condition, so giving a search here. So I wanted to in the state of Gujarat, so you can get the gradation. This heat map will give you how many vehicle registrations has happened in and around the district that is there, and based on their performance or the percentile distribution, the heat map gradations are given. So the district with red colors are in the very below region, and here in the green color are in the higher region. Likewise, you can understand the district by hovering over, and you can get the many basic insights about the vehicle registration that happens in and around the district that is there. So toggling to the grid view will give you the tabulated summary. So this toggling to the grid view and exporting that into Excel remains the same. This procedure is same for all the menus that we select. If you go on with census, estimated population, index of economic activity, vehicle registration, all the parameters that we give, you can export the information into Excel using this grid view, and you can get that for your research or the analysis progress. So this is about the vehicle registration. So if you want to get the growth, you can select the years between two different periods, and you can get the growth rate of the vehicle type that you select. Same way, it can be available for the time series information also. You can get the complete dump of all the year-wise value or month-wise value. All the values can be easily taken out using the time series information. So now coming to the next, that is FDI, the foreign direct investment. So this is also available in annual version, growth rate version, and the time series version. So I'm just going with annual version here. So this data is taken from 2020, 2019 Q3, FY 2019-20 Q3. The data is available with us, and I'm just going with the latest available year, the March 2025. And here I'm going with all the states. I'm not giving any condition. I'm just giving a search for the foreign direct investment in and around all the states for the March 2025. So you can see where and all in which districts and all the FDI inflow has happened. So you can easily get the complete idea about that. And upon hovering over, you get the district name and the inflow that is being happened. The number of crores that has been made as an inflow will be available over there. So you can get the complete information about that. So this is about the foreign direct investment and other information. So here in district metrics, as sir mentioned, we have the demographics data, that is the census and the estimated population information. We have the purchasing power information based on the population group and the different condition that appears over there. And we have the index of economic activity, the vehicle registration data, and the foreign direct investment. So you can easily get the data, make it visible in the map. You can export that into Excel using the grid view that is there, and you can slice and dice the data wherever, in whatever way the possibility, and you can make many research insights over there. So this is about the district metrics here. So now coming to dashboard, as I mentioned, this is a quick access dashboard. So all the different points that we saw here has been given as a speed dial here. So if you want to see which are all the highest district that has got high total urban purchasing power or high total rural purchasing power. So these are all the different speed dials that is there. And here to the top, you have the rank and the scorecard snapshot. So you can select the district and you can get the scorecard or the snapshot of that. For an example, I'm just going this snowpad. So I'm selecting Tamil Nadu, and I want to see it for the district of Chennai. So you can get this scorecard of that particular district called Chennai. So you will have the spider chart here. The upper limit will be 100, and what are all the point that is there, and what are all the scores that is being segregated by the district Chennai will be here. So you can understand and compare the district Chennai, and you can get the complete idea about that. Same way, you can do that for all the districts that is there. And in this district reports, you can get the purchasing power report, census, or the IEA. So the top 50 or 100 or district, you can easily generate the reports from this dashboard view. So this is the overall combination of district metrics. So is there any doubt, or shall we move to the next product, that is GeoCredit?
Please continue with other module.
Yes, sir. So here in GeoCred, so here the data sets that we capture are deposits, credits, credit by occupation, again the foreign direct investment, all these informations are there on a quarterly granular information. And also we have it based on the category of banks. So the different types of banks can also be accessed, and you can get many insights over that. So these are all the data. And the data that we have is from 2011-12 Q4, that is January of 2012. From January 2012 till the latest availability, the data is available here, and you can get the complete idea about that. So now logging into the screen now. So once after getting onto the screen, same way as we saw in district metrics, you have the dashboard. This dashboard will give you the quick reports that is there. So I'm just moving to the next part, that is the district. So as I mentioned, the district level analysis can be easily made using the geogrid point. So here, what are all the points that we get? So you can get market size and shares, growth rate and market share, time series information, digest, and the explore feature that is being there. So here in this market size and share, on selecting that, you get the query screen for a district level. So here in this query screen, you would be able to select the financial year and also the quarter that you want to get the data from. And also you can get the bank types. So here I'm going with the latest available year, financial year of 2025-26 to Q2, and here in the bank types. So these are all the different types of banks that is there. So you have private banks, foreign banks, small finance, public sector, regional, rural, payment bank. All these are the different bank types that is there. And if you want to get it for all the banks, you can select the scheduled commercial bank and you can get the analysis of that. So this is the different types of bank that is there. And here in the state, whatever the state that you want, you can select. So I'm going with Maharashtra, and district. I want it for all the districts. And these are the different category of data that we have. So we have the number of branches, average population per branch, deposits, total credit, average credit per branch, CASA ratio, CASA CD ratio. All these are the different category of point that is there. So I'm just going with deposits here, and here in the subcategory you have the total saving term and the current deposit time. So I'm going with savings total deposits, and I'm not giving any condition over there, giving a submit here. So you can analyze the performance of each and every district that is there in the state of Maharashtra for the 25-26 Q2 financial year of 25-26 Q2. So based on this gradation, you can understand which particular district has contributed more and performed well, and you can understand about that. And upon hovering over, you get the district name and the total deposit value. Additionally, you also have the bank wise split of each and every deposit that is being happened. So I have hovered over Pune, and you get the total deposit of around 600 crores and 6 lakh crores. And here in the total deposits, the split up value between the different bank types is also made available for you. And you can hover over any district and you get the value of that. And most interestingly, if you select any district, you get the complete data. So what are all the categories that we discussed? The deposit, credit, per capita deposit, all those different category values, all the data will be made available. And most interestingly, you get it for the last 5 quarters from the selected quarter. So we have selected 25-26 Q2 here. So you will get the data for the last 5 quarters from 22, 25-26 Q2. The previous 4 quarters information is also made available. And here specifically, you can get all the values based on the district that is being selected. So here we have selected Pune. Firstly, you get the values for Pune. On scrolling further, you get it for Maharashtra. So district level, state level, all the information will be there, and you can also get the all India level also. So you can easily position where Pune sits in and across the nation India. So you get the district data. Again, on top of it, you get the district state level data, and from the state level data, you get the national wide data. So you can easily position this district Pune, and you can get many comparative insights over that. And in the same way, you get the value for all the districts in the state of Maharashtra by using this grid view. So you get the tabulated summary for each and every district that is there. So you get the total deposit value. Along with it, you also get the FDI inflow that has been happened in and around the district that is there. So you can export that using this Excel option. So exporting into Excel happens in everywhere while toggling that to the grid view. So coming back to this visual here in this map view, here also you have this aspirational district tagging. Just selecting that on the top left, you get the aspirational district that is there. And also here you get this show FDI value. On selecting that, where and all the FDI inflow has happened, all these are plotted over there. And based on the amount of inflow that is being happened, the different color gradations are made available, and you get the legend bar to get it understand it over there. So these are the different points. And most interestingly, here you have this show bank branches data. Just selecting that show bank branches data will give you the count of branches on a district level information. So you get all the count of branches that is there, and you get the rough count here. And if you want to go on or penetrate a particular district, I'm just penetrating Pune here. So 1861 is the number of branches that is there. On selecting that, you get the locations of each and every bank that is being there in the state of in the district of Pune. So you get all those geolocations also, and based on the color gradation, you can understand which particular bank type is there in that particular location. For an example, the blue ones are the public sector banks, yellow ones are the regional rural banks, green ones are the private banks. Likewise, all the locations of the number of branches, all the bank branches are made available for you to understand and analyze more about that particular district that is there. So you get on the top layer, you get the total count, and upon zooming it up and penetrating through, you get the location of that particular branch based on the bank type also. So this will give you the complete analysis of each and every bank that is there in and around the state of Maharashtra. Likewise, you can query for all the states in the across the nation. That is the main point that is there. So coming back to the query screen, you can also make the query based on the other information also, deposits, credit, whatever the way that you want, you can easily generate the reports over there. Same way, you can find the growth percentage. If you want to go on YOY or if you want to go on the POP, you can select the time period, you select the category, you give a search, you get the point that is being there, the data that is being selected for you. So this is about the market size and shares for the district level. So now coming to the growth rate and market share. So this growth rate and market share is a single is a feature that helps you understand growth rate of one bank type. In the same way, you can understand market share of another bank type in the same view. So this is a twin mapping technology wherein growth rate will be seen in one map and the market share will be seen in the other map. For an example, so here I want to query that for the financial year of 2026 Q2. So I want to see growth rate of private banks and I want to see market share of public bank in the same way. I want it for the state of Uttar Pradesh, and in the category, I go with credit. I'm giving a search. So once after doing that, you will be having this twin mapping technology, and this twin mapping technology will give you the value based on that. So the left shows you the growth rate of private banks, and to the right, you get the market share of public sector banks. So upon hovering over, you can get the value in both terms. So I have hovered over the district Lakshmipur Keri in the state of Uttar Pradesh. So you get the growth of private banks that is being seen here, that is minus 1.2. In the same way, the market share of public bank is being in the 76%. So you can understand how well this particular district grows in terms of private banks and also in terms of public banks. So you can easily get the margin that is being there and you can get out of any analysis over that. Same way, you can get and understand more about that using the other categories also, which is the deposits or the number of accounts that is being there. So this twin mapping technology will help you understand in this fashion. So the time series is nothing but getting the dump data. So while selecting the timeline that you want, you can get the time series data information that is there. And coming to the next, that is the digest menu. So this digest is again a speed dial thing. So you can list down which are all the top 50, 100 or 200 districts with highest banking growth or lowest banking growth or X number of centers that is being there. So you can easily understand this as a report generating digest information. And last one is that explore option. So this explore is again a twin mapping solution wherein based on the query that you have given, the qualified districts and the district that doesn't qualify the query will be shown in two different maps and you can understand more about that. For an example, the financial year of 25-26 Q2 is being given and I want to see for the state of Tamil Nadu, and here I'm selecting the category as credit and total credit, and in the condition I'm just giving greater than 6. So the min max and the minimum and the maximum value is there. So I given with greater than 6. So to the left, the district that qualifies the query will be there on the left, and to the right, the district that doesn't qualify the query will be there on the right. So this can make you understand and visually represent what the query has made the sense, and you can get many insights over that. So this is about the explore option, and you can get the information based on the credit, deposit, or the number of account that is being there. So this is about the explore option. Same way, we have the next level of granularity, that is the center data. So here we saw that for the market shares and size for district level. So in the same way, the next level of granularity center data is also available with us. So I'm just making one sample query so that you can understand more about that. So it is all the same query stream that is there. So I'm just moving on with Q5, Q2 25-26, and here I want to see for the state of Karnataka, and in the district I want to see for all the district category the number of branches, giving a submit. So once after doing that, you would be able to understand and you can locate the centers that is there in the state of Karnataka. All those center points based on their number of branches, the different color gradations are made available. So the red ones are having above 90 percentile distribution, the green ones are having below 10 percentile distribution. The ranking is based on the percentile distribution that is there. So the descending value will give you the highest, lowest number, and the ascending will give you the highest numbers. So likewise, you can understand more about the centers that is there in the state of Karnataka. And upon selecting a center, you get the complete information about that particular center also. So you get the number of branches, total deposits, total credit, all the category parameters that were there will be available with their values over there. And you can easily export this also into Excel, and you can build the profile for the particular selected center that is being there. Same way, the other information, other query system in centers can also be accessed, and you can get the information. So you get the time series and the digest menu here also. So the twin mapping feature will help you understand more about that. So this is about the centers. So now coming to the most important credit by occupation data. So again, here we get the market size and shares. And this is the only annual data that is there in the product GeoGrid. All others that we saw are on a quarterly level granularity. But here in this credit by occupation, this is an annual data. And the frequency of query here is you can query based on the absolute values, you can get YOY growth or the CAGR growth. So here I'm going with absolute value. And as I mentioned, there is no quarterly data here. It is only financial year that you can query. So I am querying for 24-25. And here in this bank type, I'm going with scheduled commercial bank, and you can query based on the population group also. I'm going with total population group, and in the state, I'm going with Tamil Nadu. And in the state district, all the districts I select. So these are all the different occupation group. Likewise, we saw that in the district, there is the index of economic activity. Here in GeoGrid, you get the different occupation types also. So you get loans, agriculture, finance, other things. So I'm just going with personal loans here, and I want to see the other sub occupation groups also. So the different types of loan that includes education loan, housing loan, personal loans, all these are there. So I'm going with other personal loans here, and I want to see the credit outstanding here. So just giving a search here, so you will get the pattern of each and every district that is there in the state of Tamil Nadu under scheduled commercial bank with the population with the occupation group of personal loans and other personal loans. So you can get the granularity of each and every district that is there. So you can understand based on the color granularity, you can understand how well the district is there with in terms of the personal loan amendment that is being there, and you can understand more about this also. And upon hovering over, like you can get the aspiration district, and the district level information is also made available for you. And most surprisingly, here you have this show lead occupation, which will give you which particular occupation has got the dominance in that. So mostly you can see agriculture as a major part here. So there are around 26 districts that is there under the agriculture occupation. One is under the finance, two under industry, nine under personal loans. So you can understand and get the gradual idea about each and every district that is there in the state of Tamil Nadu. And selecting any district, you get the data for all the occupation group wise data is also available. And in the same fashion, you get it for the last 5 quarters also. So starting from the quarter that is being selected, the previous 4 quarters information is also made available, which is again a downloadable resource. So you can get the time series in kind of information of one particular district that is being selected, and you can make out many analysis points or the insights can be easily generated using those. So this is about the credit by occupation data. So coming next to the FDA information. So FDA is nothing but as same as district metrics. That was an annual information, but here you get it on a quarterly information. So I'm going with the latest available here for all the states without any condition. So you can get the quarterly level inflows that is being happened instead of in the point of FDA. So this color gradation will help you understand how well the FDA inflow has happened in and around the nation India. So it is taking some time to get loaded. So yeah, you get got the resultant here. So based on the color gradation, you can understand how well the inflows has made, and upon hovering over, you get the complete information about that also. So this is about the foreign direct investment that is being there, and in the same way, the vehicle registration data. So this is again the repetition, like we have it here in GeoCredit also. So you get quarterly growth and the time series data. So you can query that, and you can easily compare the Vahan registration data along with credit data or in the credit by occupation under personal loans, vehicle loans. So you can make a comparative study in and around the product itself, and you can come out of many research angle ideas and business oriented ideas also. So this is about the vehicle registration data. And now coming back to the dashboard. So as I mentioned, dashboard is a quick access generating tool. So you get the top 50 districts based on the total deposit, top 50 centers based on total deposit, or under private banks, public banks. So these are the pre-fixed speed dial kind of thing. So you can easily generate the reports based on the parameters that is being given. So this is about the product GeoCred. So GeoCred is nothing but credit deposit data, credit by occupation data, FDA and Vahan registration. Together we give them in a map visual, and you can export that for your relevance also, and you can start using that for your research or analysis points. So this is about GeoCred, sir. So if you have any doubts, we can clear it out, or you can pass it on to the next product, that is Roads India.
Hi, I do have a doubt. I've written it in the messages. So I was wondering if we can import external GIS format or raster data and merge it with the existing data that you have here. Is that possible?
Um, Can you explain in depth, ma'am? Can we? I'm just reading the message. Can we
Okay.
open or import external GIS rather data and merge? Yeah, there is an option to juxtapose. Like there will be a file here. So according to this file, you can just impose that file in the Excel, and you can get the output there is. We can't import any GIS data over there. Only the report that is generated in that grid view we can be used as a juxtapose, and you can layer down and you can see that on the map.
Okay. So I can
Yeah,
extract the data from GeoCred uh, to Excel and then work on that
yeah,
separately.
Yes, yes, you
I
can do that.
exactly.
You can do that. All
That's
the data can be exported to a spreadsheet from here, and then you can merge it with whichever data set you want.
yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
So is there any other doubts, or we shall proceed with the next product? I'm just moving to Roads India now. So coming to Roads India part, so here we have the information on all the national highway projects that is there. There are around 2,800 plus projects. So we have the stretches information, project information. We track the project life cycle starting from tendering till the commissioning. The life cycle of the project is being tracked. The developer and the SPV informations are tracked with the finance informations. And together we get the toll plaza information, where you get the toll revenue and the toll traffic data. So from this, you can understand the performance of each and every tool that is there, and you can get the performance of that particular stretch also. So this is the overview, and we give them in a geo-visual analytics platform. Hence, each and every project or the stretch can be seen in the map, and you can get many geographical oriented analysis ideas also. So this is the overview. So now coming to the product, just logging into the screen. So once after logging in, you would be able to got into the main dashboard. As I mentioned, there are around 2,800 plus projects, and there are different stages of a project that happens. Starting from bidding stage till the completion stage, there are 8 different important stages that is there. And based on each and every stage, the count and the cost involved in that stage is being mentioned over there in the main dashboard. Along with it, we also have the data based on the project mode, which is EPC and the PPP model projects, and the sub-modules of PPP is also breakdown here. So BOT, NOT, BOT toll, DBFOT, and the hybrid annuity model. So the different PPP mode, PPP wise mode count and the cost information is also made available. And scrolling further, you get the summary table. So this explains project status against the project mode. So you can get the summary based on the count and also based on the cost that is there. So this summary will give you the complete picture of road infrastructure in and around across the nation. So you get the complete summary idea about it. So this is about the main dashboard. So the dashboard will give you the count and the cost information based on the project mode and also the project status that is being there. So now coming to the query screen. So as I mentioned, our ultimate aim is to show each and every project in the map view. So this query screen will lead you to give every project or the report that is being there in the map view. So once after getting into this query screen, there are two options that is there. So you can directly go to the query filter wherein you can make your own filters, or if you give with yes load that is there on the right, you will get all the 2800 plus project that is being imposed in that map view. So for an here, I'm just making a sample query. I'm going to the query filter. So this is the query filter. Likewise, we had it in GeoGrid and in district matrix. Here, this query filter is in this fashion, wherein you can select the state, you can select the district, and you can filter based on the stretch or also based on the toll plazas that is there. So I'm just making a sample query for the state of Maharashtra. Again, I'm going with stretch filter. I want to see that for all the national highway, and under the mode, I'm going with PPP. So right now I have queried for PPP projects in the state of Maharashtra and giving a search here. So once after doing that, you would be able to see what are all the projects that are there in and around the state of Maharashtra. So in total, there are 112 projects that is being resulted over there. And based on that, the total project cost and the developer cost that is there is also made available for you. So it will get generated. All the stretches and the projects will get generated. And there are different color gradation that is being given over there to understand the current progress of the project also. So the green ones are the projects that has got construction completed, the blue ones are in the implementation stage, red ones are the terminated ones. Likewise, the different color gradation will help you understand the current progress of the project. And upon hovering over, you get the stretch name, project name, the stretch kilometer, and the NH number that is there for that particular stretch. And upon selecting that, you get the elaborated view. And in this elaborated view, you can get four modules of data information. That is, the projects or the company information, which will give you the stretch name, project name, state, NH number, lane, mode, who is the developer, who is an SPV. All those basic elements for a particular road project will be analyzed here in the project and the company information. Coming next, the financial information will give you the cost informations. So the project cost, developer cost, equity, annuity, debt, all those financial related information will be available here under that info. And coming next to that events or the bidding information. So this is the life cycle of the project. So starting from RFP till actual completion, as I mentioned, there are 8 different events that happen, and all those events are captured with their month and the year data. Along with it, the time overrun, which is the time gap between actual completion and the scheduled completion. So you get complete life cycle and the transparency of the progress that is being happened in this particular project. Along with it, you get the concession period and also the construction period information. So you get the complete idea about that. And you also get the toll plaza wise information also. There is an exclusive information about the toll plaza that is being involved, which I will explain in the further part of the demo. Along with it, you have the provisional completion data, independent engineer details, and the other members information. So here, after selecting a particular project, you get the elaborated information about this particular project here from the query screen itself. And you can also layer down the toll plazas here. So to the top left, you have this toll plaza button. Just toggling that, all the red plotted points are the toll plaza location that is there. And upon hovering over, you get the toll plaza name, the stretch name, toll length, the NH number. All those toll related information will be available over there. So you can easily understand where and what the toll plaza is, and you can also get the performance of each and every toll plaza that is there. I'll explain you in the further part. In the same way, you can also populate the district boundaries. So upon selecting the district boundaries, you can populate those and you can understand how well the project has traversed through multiple districts. So you get the complete idea about that. So here, these 112 projects, what are all the data available behind this 112 projects? Just toggle here to this grid view, you get the tabulated summary. So this tabulation will help you understand the stretch name, the mode, geography, and the SPV who is involved in that. So you get all those information about that. And to the right, you have this add columns data wherein the other attributes that we capture are available. So as we discussed, all the four modules, the project information, events information, financial information, and the toll plaza, all these four module information is made available here. And you can check in the data, whatever the data that you want, you can easily check in and get that populated to the table behind. For an example, if you want to get with a letter of award, construction completed, and the actual completion, just stop checking that, it gets easily populated to the table behind. and straight away you can export this into Excel and you can start using that for your research or the analysis point. So you can easily get the data that you want, and you can easily improvise that in the fashion that you want. So this is about the query screen. And coming back to the visual, there is another additional feasibility that you have, which is the radius tool. Just selecting this radius tool will give you a radius information starting from 25 kilometers to 150 kilometers. This is nothing but you can plot a point, and inside that point, what are all the different points of interest that drives the demand for the infrastructure field can be easily analyzed. For an example, I'm going with 125 kilometers here, and I'm just plotting a point somewhere in the border of Maharashtra and Gujarat. So here I have plotted over there. So you can plot anywhere across the nation and you get the information about that. It is not only for Maharashtra that has been queried right now. You can populate anywhere across the nation. So once after doing that, you can see what are all the points of interest that is there. So you see the airports are there, MMLPs, ports, industrial parks, stretch, and the nearby toll plazas. All those informations are available. And you can see the one airport is there, four MMLPs are there, seven ports, 76 industrial parks. The yellow ones are the adjacent stretches that is being there. So in this particular radius, how well the stretch has performed, you can easily get the idea about that. In the same way, how many tolls are there? There are 12 tolls in this particular radius that is being collected, and you can get the complete performance analysis of all the 12 tolls. So to the right, you have this one. So you get all the toll plaza that is there under the radius that is being there, and based on their total revenue the ranking is also made, so you get the complete idea about which particular toll has contributed more in terms of revenue or in terms of traffic, so you can get the complete idea about that. So this radius tool will help you to get other analysis on a corridor level, on a very long stretch level. How well or how are the other points that is being intersected with the parameter on in terms of the performance of that particular stretch or the toll plaza that is there in that particular radius of kilometer that is being selected. So this is the complete information about the query screen. So now coming to the toll plazas. So you have the query screen based on the stretches, which I have explained now. You can also query the toll plazas. Before that, I will explain you about the toll plazas, and then I will jump onto the query based on the toll plazas. So coming to the toll plazas, there are around 1,100 plus toll plazas enlisted in terms of the national highways, and all those are listed here. I'm just taking one toll plaza wherein you get the complete idea what are all the data points that is there. So I'm just taking band toll plaza. So this Band Toll Plaza is located in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So soon after elaborating that, you can see the toll location, the stretch, and the district boundary in the map view. And to the left, you have the NATC code, the project plaza distance, tollable length, design capacity, all the basic elements of that particular toll is made available for you to understand more about the toll information. Along with it, you also have which NH or the SH stretch wherein this particular toll is located. All those informations are made available for you to understand more about that. And you get the complete idea about that also. The nearest landmark informations are there. The total revenue is also available. And here comes the toll tariff data based on the vehicle type. So you get the single journey type, the return journey, monthly pass, and the commercial vehicles that is being registered within the given plaza that is there. So all those toll tariff informations are there. And scrolling further, here comes the most important electronic toll collection data, which is a FASTag data, wherein you get a month-on-month time series information on the vehicle count and also the vehicle revenue that is being collected. So we have the data from January 2023, and you can get the complete information. The aggregate table of all the electronic toll collection data that is being there will be available here. And if you want to go on a vehicle specific, like you want the classification of the category of vehicles, just select this map here. You get the classified versions also. So you get the number of cars, number of LCVs, OSVs, axle vehicles. So whatever the type of vehicle that is there, you can get the complete information about that also, and you can get the numbers and the revenue that is being generated. Same way, you get the annual pass information, which is a recent edition from NHA, that is Rajmarg Yatra. And coming further, you get the table view for the vehicle category data analysis. So whatever the time period that you select, you can select that, and you get the vehicle count and the revenue in terms of that. The monthly vehicle count and the vehicle revenue will be easily generated. There we saw in the chart, but here you get it in the table also. And so as soon as you generate the table with the time series, you can export that into Excel for your research or other reference points. And scrolling further, based on the aggregate table and the vehicle classified versions, there are different analysis that is being done. So you get the trend analysis, you get 3 month average, area chart, and the financial performance. And all these analyses are based on the vehicle revenue and also based on the vehicle count that is being there. So you can get the complete idea about that. And if you want to go on a vehicle type wise, just toggle that. You can understand which particular vehicle has contributed more in terms of revenue or in terms of traffic. So you can easily understand the particular toll's performance in that particular month, and you can come to one conclusion how to proceed with the other level of insights or the analysis points to that particular toll plaza that is there. So this is about the toll plazas. So now coming to the query screen, and this query screen can be used for the toll plazas also. So I'm just toggling the toll plaza now, and I wanted to go for any random state. I'm going with Gujarat again. I want to see the toll plazas in the state of Gujarat. So once after doing that, you can populate what are all the toll plazas that is available in and around the state of Gujarat. So you can see there are 62 toll plazas that is available, and their total revenue and the total vehicle count is also made available for you, and you get the complete information about that. And here in this filter menu, you have this financial information. So you can make the query based on the absolute number, based on the growth rate, or based on the share percentage that is being there. So if you want to go with the growth rate, you have all these different types of filters. So you can get it with month on month, you can get it with YOY, you can get it with YTD, that is year to date, or in the any customized period that you want, you can get that. I'm just going with YOY. I'm selecting the date of April 2025, and here in the vehicle type, I'm just going with bus or truck in the state of Gujarat. I'm not giving any condition, just doing that. You get 46 plazas that is there, and the stretches are also populated over there, and you get the complete information about that. So here, what are all the growth that is being there? You can toggle here to this grid view. You get the absolute values of both the years. So we have selected April 2025 as a base year. So it will get converted, like it will get comparison with the previous year's data, April 24-25 and April 25-26. Both the absolute values will be available. Along with that, the growth rate is also evaluated, and you get the complete information. Same way, the count, the traffic information is also made available for you to understand more about that. So you can easily generate the table, and you can also export it into Excel, and you can start using that for your future reference. Same way, the toll query can be made on the share or in the absolute values also, and you can get the complete information about that. So this is about the query screen and the toll plazas that is there in the query screen. So now coming to the TOT bundles. As you all know, all the completed projects are now being transferred, and they are being transferred as bundles to the concessionaires for the toll operate and transfer progress. So there are around 13 bundles in and around across the nation in the running stage, and others are in the initial stage or the other stages respectively. And you get the complete information of all the bundles that is being there. There are around 27 bundles right now, and all those are listed here. So I'm just taking one random bundle for you, the random TOT bundle 3. I'll take T3. So once after taking that, you can locate what are all the toll plazas that is there in that particular bundle to the right. So you have this map option, and you can get that located with all the toll plazas along with the district boundary. And to the left, you have the basic elements, that is the concessionaire, concession period, TOT length, IECV value, order amount, all those basic elements will be available. And scrolling further, you have the project information based on the toll plazas and also based on the stretches. So you can easily toggle between both the stretches and the toll plazas to get the information about that. And scrolling further, you get the electronic toll collection data for all the tolls that is involved in this bundle 3. So you get the aggregate values here. And this analysis, as we discussed in the previous menu, you can get all these analysis. Adding to that, you have one another special analysis, that is the overall toll data. So this overall toll data will give you the idea which particular toll has contributed more to this bundle in any particular month. Likewise, many analysis can be done using this overall toll data. So this is about the TOT bundles. And now coming to the trust information. As we all know, like under SEBI, there are 17 trusts, and all the construction completed projects are now being transferred to the private parties for the operation and maintenance process, and they are called the trust. So here you have the trust name, sponsor name, and the investment manager information, and all these informations are available here also. And just selecting any project, I'm just going with Cube Highways again. So selecting any trust and getting into it, as we saw in the TOT, you can locate all the assets that are captured by Cube Highways in the map view. And from the map view, you can understand it is more in the north and in the south, and not in the other regions of India. So this can be a business angle orient for Cube Highways to understand more about that. Same way, the basic elements will be there, and otherwise, all the projects that are acquired by Cube will be listed here. So any update that happens to this particular set of projects, it will get reflected here also, and you can get the updated query here. So this is about the trust that is there. And coming to the projects now. So this is the key part. So all the data points that is being captured are being explored. Here, I just wanted to show what are all the additional features that is there in the projects menu. I'm just taking one project that is Hapur to Moradabad. So here, I'm just detailing that view more. So as we saw in the toll plaza, you can see the stretch along with the toll plaza that is there. And to the left, all those four modules of data will be made available: the project information, event cycle, toll plaza, and the other information. All these are there. So here you also have the feasibility to check the finance of the SPV that is involved. So IRB Hapur Moradabad is the SPV that is involved here. If you want to see the finance, just toggle this view finance. You get the profit and loss, balance sheet, key ratio, cash flow, and the other information regarding that. And using this profit and loss, you can understand from March 2021 how well the profit is being ran. So you can understand and get the constructive information about that also. So this is about the SPV finance information. And here Hapur to Moradabad is one project that IRB is constructing. And if you want to understand what are all the other projects that IRB is constructing, just toggle this developer name. You get the complete list of that developer also. So there are 28 projects in total, in which 27 are PPP and one is in EPC stage. So you get all the stretch information that is there. And from here, if you want to compare any project, just use this action menu to the right. You get the elaborated view of the selected project. So here, IRB as a common medium, you can compare and get many insights over that, and you can easily understand the transparency between two different projects, and based on their geography or based on any such reason that is there. So you get the complete idea about that. So this is about the project's information. Coming back, you will also have the feasibility to create a portfolio kind of thing. So you can create a folder and you can save the projects to that particular folder. You might be having a special interest on the set of projects that is being selected. So all the regular updates can be easily seen over there. So here you have this add button. So once after selecting that, it enables you to create a folder. There can be n number of folders that is there. And once after that, you can save it. So here I'm saving this to my wish list, and all the folders that you create will be available here under the my projects menu. So you can like get inside with any folder that is there, and you can populate all the projects that is there inside the folder in the map view. So that is one important feasibility that is there. So now coming to the last, that is the knowledge library. So we talk about the data sources, project cycle information, financial information, and the glossary terms. So NHA and MODH are our primary source. Along with that, the NFE basic listings, NHIDCL, articles, toll information system, IHMCL, all others are the other uh, a data source that we rely upon. Same way, the glossary terms. Each and every term that is used inside the product is given its perfect definition. What is a project name? What's a stretch name? What is EPC? What is PPP? All those different definitions for the glossary terms is also available for you. And you also have it for the project cycle information. What is RFP, RFQ, LOE, and all. And the project financial information is also explained. Total project cost, developer cost, equity, annuity, debt, all those related. So you can use this knowledge library as a Bible for you to understand more about roads in India, and you can get complete insights over there. So this is about the knowledge library. So now coming back to the dashboard. So our dashboard is a dynamic one. So if you want to navigate from one point to the other, it is very easy for you. Like if you want to go only with the completed projects, just select this completed projects. All those 1105 completed projects will be listed over there. You can export that into Excel. You can slice and dice the data in whatever the way that you want, and you can get many insights or analysis points that is there. Likewise, you can understand more about the product roads India. So this is the complete overview for the product roads India. And if there is any doubt that is there, I'm very happy to understand and clarify your doubts. Hello, sir. Is there any doubts?
Thanks for the session.
Thank you, sir.
You can
Thank you,
share the
Anupji.
record. Thank you. You can share the recording.
Okay.
We'll
You,
share
Anupji.
those who were not able to join. We'll share with them.
Okay. Thank you, Anupji. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Anupji. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
everyone.
Thank you, all of you.
Yeah. Bye.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.